He was the top scorer in the qualifier points, which led him to this tournament. And the Crypt Lord is the hero right now that is leading him to victory against Human. Many years ago, when the Crypt Lord was buffed heavily and overbuffed, he was quite imbalanced for a while. Happy didn't play him then, feeling that the nerfs were going to come soon, and history proved him right. The nerfs did come, and the Crypt Lord was pretty weak again. But now, Crypt Lord buffed on the Impale, looking a lot better again. But the humans, they have the game plan of how to beat the Crypt Lord. The answer is, don't make ground units, because Impale is very, very strong against ground units. You just make air units instead. Mass Griffins with mass upgrades can be extremely strong in the ultra late game. If you ever are at 80 plus supply Griffins, with tons of upgrades and good hero levels, it's almost impossible to lose. But getting there is the difficult part. When Happy will attack you, harass you, provoke you, try to trigger a mistake out of you. But if you have a clean early game, a very good mid game, then the doors are wide open for a success. So creeping militia the green camp right away, wants to get level 3 super quickly. He is making a 4th farm, so it might still be an expansion, but it might be a delay. I like this build so far, this opening by Sock. The level 3 power spike timing is so important. Happy also creeping different camps at the same time though, trying to get that fast level 3 for himself. AM of course gets it a bit quicker. Almost nothing can creep as fast as an Archmage. Only the Demon Hunter with Immolation on the right map. A little bit of Beetle Harass, but so far it's only level 1 Beetles. But that changes in just a second. As the foot is already across the map, easy cancel there. But now we got level 3 on the Crypt Lord. Lots of mana on the Archmage, by the way. This is the true mastery of Undead versus Human these days. Harassing and defending at the same time, creating space for the expansion while also making it difficult for the Human to set up his second base. To do this perfectly, you need to be fast. You need to have really good multitasking, high APM. This is where most Undeads fail when Happy prevails. One Arcane Tower up already. That's a big deal. It's a really big deal. Arcane Tower makes a huge difference. And the foot is across the map. Again, gonna get a cancel. But that means the peasants are quite exposed here for a while at the Human Natural. More peasants will be falling, but the second Arcane might still be finishing. This is a good start so far for Sock. Who is 3.2. But one tower is cancelled. But the Crypt Lord always has to stay out of range. Mana is extremely important for the Crypt Lord. Needs to make sure not to get burned. And of course a lot of ghouls are involved here. Good start for Sock though. Really good start so far. Expo now in power build. One Arcane Tower there still defending. Ideally Sock would love to get a cancel again across the map on the Haunted. He's got the Telly Staff, and there are footmen moving over. Happy leaving some beetles at home. That's kind of cool. The low HP beetles can heal over time on the Blight. And the Crypt Lord is threatening an attack here. But it's a clean early so far for Sock. Expo is about to be done. If you could cancel Happy's Expo now, this would be perfect. But there might not be time to do it. I am now also kind of low mana. And we have some ghouls all being sent into the main base. Now Happy putting on the screws. Crypt Lord and beetles and a couple of ghouls at the expo. And ghouls in the main base. Difficult for Sock to defend this perfectly. Happy's applying lots of pressure, trying to distract from his own expansion, trying to make sure the Haunted finishes. And indeed, it's going to be done in a moment. The human expo is hardly even faster, just by a few seconds. As Happy is leading very deep into the camera. We know this. That's when the gaming intensifies. AM now has the boots. Can easily chase down some of these ghouls. And still harassing a bit here and there. We get some Watch Elementals defending. Archmage, though, getting some kills indeed. Getting closer to the level 4. This could be a good fight for Happy right here. Fighting against the militia, exactly what he wants. Impale here could be huge. Crypt Lord, there it is, now with the Impale. A little bit late with the right clicks. The peasants are the easy fodder here in these fights. But the Archmage also finding pickoffs again and again. AM now clear experience lead towards level 4. Really good defensive game by Sock here. Looking much better, I think, than we saw last from him. Still, though, ghouls in the main base. And also beetles. AM about to level up. Crypt Lord is kind of close as well, though. And that ghoul will do it. There we go. Level 4 now. Achieved. The lumber situation for Sock isn't amazing. Ideally, would love to have a shredder. Go quickly to tier 3. Get upgrades. Of course, Sock also lost a couple of peasants. So now he's going for the shredder. That makes sense. Goes for the Zeppelin to be on the safe side. Does not want to lose that shredder. That's a very important unit. But the Crypt Lord finds his way into the main base with a couple of beetles. There are some corpses here. Gonna call to arms. Oh, sick Impale. Oh, man. Whew, that hit a lot of the peasants. And there's gonna be another Impale. Ready in a second. Perhaps. But no, he's going for more beetles. At the same time, we have something harassing at the expansion. We see some blue dots moving on the minimap. I guess that's some more ghouls. But the AM already at the expo, thanks to the telestaff. Nicely done. With the telestaff also, the Crypt Lord is going to escape as the Mountain King was on the way. Ooh, that shredder. Extremely important to keep alive. Don't want to lose that, don't want to lose that. And he won't. He'll keep it safe. As Happy's going again, as he's been doing basically always, fiends and statues. This does beat griffins on low supply, but it doesn't beat them on very high supply. Happy again and again, looking for a weakness. Once again, involving ghouls, even towards the 10-minute mark here. Heading across the map. Happy knows that there's no tower in the human base right now, in the human main base. That is a vulnerability. And there he is, back at it again. Oh, Impale on all the peasants. Ooh, it could be a lot of kills. And the Shredder might be getting cornered here. Oh, the Shredder is such an important unit in this econ-heavy game. And I think he's caught him. Oh, I think he's caught him. Oh, there's the Zep. Oh, but the web is ready against the Zeppelin. Damn, sick game by Happy. He's got a mana potion still, by the way. Crypt Lord is so strong right now on level 4. Of course, with his human strategy of going Griffins fast, you're going to be pretty weak in the mid-game oftentimes. But now with the footies returning, he can save the main base. But the Shredder is gone, and that is really annoying. Griffins are only very good in high numbers and with lots of upgrades. Without a Shredder, that is very, very difficult to achieve. Shredder will be ready again soon-ish, but not yet. We can see there in the overlay, Shredder still on cooldown for perhaps a minute or so. Great move by Happy, striking the human where it hurts. And the cripple is almost level 5 all of a sudden. DK level 2. With Lich on the way. Happy already at 65 supply. Huge experience, huge supply lead, I mean. Sog is not yet ready with his late game Griffin army. Level 4 Archmage. About to be level 5 though. There it is. That's pretty good. Crippled soaking up more experience. About to reach that level 5 as well. Level 3 Impale, absolutely insane against footies, against knights, against rifles, also against heroes. That is why the humans go Griffins. Because the Crypt Lord is very bad against air units. Again, Beans in the main base. Happy wants to finish the game right now, long before the mass Griffins is ready. We have 2 Griffins out, 2 more on the way, Knights as well. But this is not the ultra late game that Sok normally wants to fight at. Lich on the way, Burrow is welcoming. Oh, and there's absolutely no gyros, by the way. This is such a rough economy game. Yeah, the destroyers can take over now. There's absolutely no anti against destroyers. I didn't even consider this before. I guess Happy realized it though. All the destroyers now up in the air, and that is no chance in this fight. Ooh, the Impale against the Militia. Pretty nasty as well. Crypt Lord has more mana. The big mana potion still available. The destroyers make the Watch Elementals useless. And the Impale's doing mass murder. Griffins, can they save the day? Is the question. Stonebolt, clap. Quite a bit of damage towards the Crypt Lord here. Pally goes down first though. There's one more coil. The Stonebolt against it. Crypt Lord is pretty tanky, of course. He's got the armor bonus as well. And Happy is gonna close it out. Sok has to call for the GG. In what was still a very close game. The early game looked good for Sok. I think he made some good adjustments. Willing to slow down the expansion a bit. And prioritize getting that first Arcane Tower up. The first Arcane Tower at the Expo. So important. But then he got punished for another Arcane Tower. Or perhaps the lack of an Arcane Tower. No Arcane being available in the main base. Happy identified that weakness. And punished it. Very, very swiftly. The Shredder Snipe was huge. The Ghoul attacks again and again. Proving very difficult to deal with. Happy with outstanding movement, always knowing where and how he could strike. And so he takes the first map. Map number 2, coming up in a moment, is going to be Hammerfall. This is normally considered quite the good human map. Really good for level 3 creeping. Really good for fast expo as well. Might have a difficult Shredder situation again though, if you don't have enough freedom. Why do humans so rarely respec to Blizzard once there is Dispel? Is it too expensive? Blizzard also exposes the Archmage. Normally you want to have Blizzard when there's a very sturdy front line. Mainly, especially with the big Griffin army, you don't lack damage. Damage is not your issue. you rather want to have Water Elementals in the fight to block for the Fiend damage as well. Because when the armies get insanely big, Undead has to be on A-click and not on target fire. And then the Water Elemental is actually very helpful in shooting, in soaking up some shots. Yeah, Blizzard. The thing is, Blizzard, you know, you have to stand still. The Undead can always move fast. He's got the move speed advantage. And it always locks the AM in a weird position. If the AM just stands there for a few seconds, he very quickly can die. It can also be interrupted by the Impale. Blizzard is good if you're playing from ahead, maybe, or if you're turtling super hard in your main base. But in this game, I don't think that was a viable option. Of course, specifically in this case, the Destroyers dealt with the Water Elementals really well. But normally, when you have a good mid-game, you can set up workshops and you can have gyros ready. Destroyers aren't a problem normally. In the late game, when you had a decent game, Destros aren't a problem for human. You can counter Destroyers thanks to gyros. But Happy here did critical damage in the mid-game after Sock had a really good early game. This was a really good early. Okay, maybe it wasn't really, really good. It would have been very, very good if he had also cancelled the expansion 1 or 2 more times with the Archmage. I guess that didn't quite work out his way, but it still was a good early. Sock had the faster expo, and I think he had the slightly faster tech as well. This was a very winnable position for Sock, but he was getting a bit overwhelmed by Happy's insane speed. No one else can do it. No other Undead is on his level. Happy, one of the top favorites for the tournament here. Beginning his first series with a 1-0. Everyone expecting Happy to win this group and make it into the top 8 right away. Oh, Sock failing a bit with a surround here. But that should still be fairly easy to creep. It's not that difficult of a camp, really. Starting off well with the surplus. Happy going for the natural as well right away. Fully scouting. And the Archmage is approaching, by the way. If he gets a last hit here on the big boy, that would be absolutely insane. Aggressive stance here by Sock, but doesn't get quite the kill. Can get the ghoul though. Maybe. Oh, didn't go for the ghoul. Missed opportunity. Yeah, Sock playing aggressive here early on. If it works out well, that's okay for him. But the issue is, he's not creeping for a long time. This AM is not going to get level 3 for a really long time. Which might not work out too well for him. We'll have to see. Sock again setting up an arcane tower. Happy taking his time with his own expo. No ghouls lost yet by Happy. Deny, maybe? Not quite. But the AM is back. That's going to be another cancel here. Oh, and the Crypto's hurt. Oh, the Crypto's going to have to impale, I think, to survive here. AM with the boots. Very fast now. Yeah, has to impale. And does he get the surround? Oh, because it's Happy, of course. He gets the surround. Turns this situation around on Sock. We'll have to TP Sock! Actually, some units there, I think, expired. Could have walked out of the surround, but the ghouls... Oh, not paying attention to them. Sock here getting one more kill than necessary. Happy with just a little tiny bit of sloppiness. But the issue might be the Archmage. Level 3 AM is normally such a big deal that almost always humans prioritize the fast level 3 Archmage for good reason. Now the AM is only level 2.5 for the time being. Crypt Lord getting close to 3 here. Very, very close. But he's still hurt. Crypt Lord, of course, a tanky fella. But once he's low HP, it's hard to heal him up again. You can try to do it with the ritual daggers, but it takes a long time. I think now Sok should be getting level 3. Creeping 2 green camps at the same time. Crypt Lord has to go for the telestaff here. If he gets run down by the AM, that's going to be his only way of escaping. No, Impale used just to get 1 footy kill, but that was a level 3. Again, Sok has the faster expo mining, but Happy has more lumber. He could be faster with the tier 2. Happy splitting his forces. He may want to send some ghouls into the main base and attack here with the Crypt Lord and Beetles. Archmage on the other side of the map, but there's nothing to cancel here anymore. Towers are up. And the tech begins indeed with Happy ahead. AM with the telestaff joins into the main base. I'm Happy trying to take away the item here. Might be surrounded. Oh, almost the opportunity for a steal. Oh, the staff away. Oh my god, last millisecond. Oh, that was almost his death. That was the last millisecond, dude. 12 HP, I think it was. Got a big healing potion, which is really good, of course. Especially with how hurt he was. And only now the tier 2 for Sok, by the way. A lot slower than the Undead. This early game, I would say, looking a bit better for Happy than the previous one. But might not find as much damage from the mid-game harass. I am harassing in the main base. Oh, got one more ghoul. Happy eats the big healing here. Keep on creeping in the mid. Big invuln for him also quite nice. Archmage is getting lots of kills though. Happy again and again losing lots of ghouls in the early. I think there's not really any way around that anymore today in the meta. Of course, with the expansion, Happy has lots of resources to recover. But the Crypt Lord indeed hurt all the time here. Ever since the start of the game with the initial harass. Oh, Archmage though! Oh, almost surrounded. There was a Zeppelin ready though. Oh, that would not quite have been his death sentence. So he has a big bank though. He's got the shredder at home now. Lots of lumber. Big bank. Setting up a couple of towers as well. Sok doesn't want to get killed by a couple of ghouls again. And I guess this game is looking quite a bit better now for Sok than the previous map. Crypt Lord taking a long time to reach that level 4. Hammerfall doesn't have that many creeps, by the way, so the neutrals experience gain will be soon gone. And we see the Griffin aviaries again. This time Sock has the lumber to support the Griffins, has the lumber to support upgrades and towers. And normally also you need 1 or 2 workshops to have a counter against destroyers. Ah yeah, there we go. Workshops now being made. Very macro heavy here. You can see 5 production buildings coming up at the same time. TP from the Crypt Lord. He wants to secure creep camps. Wants to get in position right away to ensure he gets most of the experience here on the map. As much of the northern side was crept up already. Happy here with the tactical TP to get more creeps. So he's gonna get at least this red camp up here, but this is gonna be the last big one for him, as it seems. Might not be enough for MK3, and the Pally is gonna have basically nothing. Yeah, interesting situation now. Soccer's gonna have lots of resources for upgrades to make the gyro strong, but the heroes will be suffering. Happy's again gonna go for a somewhat early attack. With tier 3 finishing, looking to press the advantage. Like I said earlier, the lower the supply is, the better it is for the Fiends. The higher the supply, the better it is for the Griffins. But all of a sudden, jumping up to 68. Making use of all those production buildings. And looks he's going to go for a counterattack. Happy does have a TP. Really good items, by the way. Ring. Talisman Evasion. Invuln. Mana Stone. Okay, is Happy going to fall for the bait? Is he going to TP home? He doesn't really want to. He wants to force the issue right here and right now. The gyros are ready for the defense. Really important. They want to stay out of range of the Fiend Web. Fight with the towers. Oh, nice impale on all those peasants. But mana on the destroyer is also starting to run out a bit. Those are peasants dying everywhere, but that should be okay. Destroyer's taking quite a bit of damage already. But in the main base, the Haunted is gonna get taken out here. Impale again. Almost all the peasants now gone. Crypt Lord out of mana. If Sock TP's home now, he has a decent chance to hold at the expo. And of course he took out the Haunted. Griffins must join. Happy might just TP away. This is a bad position for Happy here. Behind the town hall. Griffin's doing a lot of damage as well. Lich level 2 at least. Is Happy really gonna fight here? Oh, the Lich almost going down instantly. Heal scrolls in. Regen scroll and heal scroll, I think, also in exchange on the human side. Happy taking the fight. The Wand of the Wind can be dispelled. The Fiend's taking a lot of damage right away, but there's still a decent Fiend count left. The Griffin's not there in high numbers yet. The Lich in trouble. The Lich about to fall. Cyclone on the DK. Is there one more coil? Not at the moment. Sick Impale. It's basically the entire army. And there's one more coil. One last coil to keep the Lich healthy in this fight. And Happy has just enough to break through at the expansion. Crypt Lord, though, is almost going down. Such close calls here. Almost got the Lich. Almost got the Crypt Lord. Just barely Happy makes it away. Having killed so much of the human expo. Happy very low lumber, by the way. Couldn't remake the Haunted there for a while. But Sock is still mining from 2 bases. Interesting position here now. Happy needs mana potions on the DK, that's for sure. He had a mana stone earlier. That was huge in this fight. And indeed, mana potions being bought. Happy had, I guess, all the ghouls in the attack. He killed a lot, but also lost a lot. Right now it's a great time for the Undead to fight though. Griffin numbers are low, gyro numbers are low. This is where the focus fire from the orc can be really strong, and the Undead can out-micro the human with higher move speed. And of course, when you're webbed, you can't move the griffins. Pally needs level 3, but he's not there. Griffins flying in. DK taking a lot of damage right away. The gyro should be able to take out the destroyers. One griffin goes down though. Here you can see the issue of low supply griffins. They get sniped quickly, one by one. The fiend damage stacking up nicely. They have no attack upgrades, surprisingly, but enough damage to take out one griffin after the next. Almost all of them are gone now. They give a lot of experience as well. Lich identified now as the weak link, but he's got the invuln. That's the reason why he had the invuln. Happy gonna TP out. He kills so many griffins. He knows this is a great exchange for him. If now he TPs away, and again, he can heal up after and get more mana potions on the DK. So down to only 37 supply. I think he lost the Shredder in the defense earlier. Yeah, has to go for a new Shredder. Ooh, that's very expensive. Thank you, by the way, Madge with the resub. Prince Inessa with the resub says, whoa, getting close to 2 years. Much love to you and Neo. And Gipan with the resub as well. Says 2 years. Hope you are having a great August. Warm in Germany, question mark. It's not that warm yet, actually. It's very pleasant at the moment. But it's gonna reach 34 degrees on Monday. Is the current forecast. So, yeah. Sunday and Monday is gonna be crazy. Beetle's harassing at the expo. Forcing a response. Big supply lead unhappy. The main is looking very sturdy though with those towers. And Happy doesn't have a mana potion, doesn't have an invul potion. I don't think Happy is in too strong of a position right now. Also lumber is low, that means he can't morph destroyers. Destroyers are very heavy on lumber. Costs 50 lumber to morph. And the statue itself is... Wait, how much lumber is a statue? Like 35 maybe? Or 30, I think. Double heal scroll though unhappy. That can also be very strong, especially against the clap. Also the Griffin AoE. They do have storm hammers. Cryptlord about to be level 6, by the way. There's no getting around it anymore this game. This Cryptlord will reach level 6 guaranteed. In the next fight. Peasants again. Under threat. 4 statues on the ground. The Pally's almost level 3. That level 3 would be so big. Needs that holy light. Happy loves morphing destroyers, even if there's gyros to counter. Oh, one Griffin getting caught right away by the web. Impale on the MK, trying to stop him from using the perfect clap. And again, going for the Griffins right away. Web is not an auto-cast for most of this fight. Only some gyros getting webbed down. And that is a triple level up. Level 6, 5, and 4 now on the Undead side. And looks like that should be enough. MK in trouble as well. The Pally got the level 3 for the Holy Light, which is big. But Happy now is just too far ahead. Happy with the great display here today. Not an easy matchup at all to play. Oh, Coil Nova might be ready. We see all of a sudden lots of fiends going down though. Very supply equal all of a sudden. And the Lich, uh-oh, in trouble now. Trying to pass something. TP is passed and the Lich does survive. Holy Light again. You can see how the Holy Light level 2 turns this fight around. Such a strong level up. There was a little bit of beetle harass still at the expansion, by the way. Some more peasants went down. Double shop here for Happy is so important. Those mana potions are crucial. Next fight, though, we should have the Locust Swarm. I saw that Infi recently did an ultimate tier list, and I think he put Locust Swarm very high on the tier list and Mass Teleport very low on the tier list. Which I don't agree with. I think Mass Teleport is pretty crazy. I'm still not sure how good Locust Swarm is. I feel like it's pretty good. It's like alright, I would say. Don't know if it's very good, though. Alright, here it is. First ultimate of the day. Mountain King might just be dead right away. Oh, that is too late. MK getting caught here, and without that, there's no chance anymore. Happy does close it out after 21 minutes. But not an easy series. The mid game / the early game at times in these games were very, very close. Sok was getting into a good position at times, almost was able to maneuver into a winning position,